Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wolf Treks. I'm Gary Salazar, the Associate Dean of Adult Learning at the Division of Extended Studies here at Colorado State University in Pueblo. This is a 20-minute conversation about amazing programs, incredible people, and all these wonderful projects that we get to work with. We do this because we want to highlight areas that elevate our people, create educational opportunities, and help all of us become better. The podcasts are recorded and they're posted on our YouTube channel as well as sent out through other social media. Um, if you see these coming out and you want to comment on them, we appreciate that feedback. Joining us today is Dr. Carol Foust of Colorado State University's Pueblo School of Health Sciences and Human Movement, where she's currently serving as the Dean of the College of Health Education and Nursing. Welcome, welcome, Carol. So glad that you're taking the time to be with us. I know the time is precious for you, but we'd always like to start by having our guests talk a little bit about themselves and what their role is at the college. Would you give us a couple of minutes of that, please?
Absolutely. Thanks, Gary. I really appreciate it. And I'm excited to be here and be able to talk a little bit about our programs. I've been at CSU Pueblo for 23 years and served in a variety of different capacities. As a faculty member, as a chairperson, associate dean, and dean. My background is in health promotion, public health, and disease prevention. I'm also a licensed professional counselor. I'm really excited to be here and be able to work with students and work with my colleagues to train people to be engaged in helping others with their health and in a variety of ways. I've really enjoyed working with extended studies, and I'm excited to talk about our programs.
Awesome. Thank you. I didn't realize that you were also a licensed counselor. That's good to know.
I am.
And I'm sure that contributes in so many ways as you work with people. Thank you. All right, let's talk about the School of Health Sciences, Movement, and the programs that you offer there. Can you give us a little preview of some of the ones that you work with?
Absolutely. So in my school, we have 4 different degree programs. Residentially, we have in-person programs for exercise science, physical education, and recreation. And that program has a number of concentrations. In the title, it talks about we have a general exercise science concentration as well as strength and conditioning. So we are working on getting accredited by the National Strength and Conditioning Association. And then we have a physical education concentration where students can get a certified K through 12 in physical education. And we're excited that we also have a 3+2 in that program, where in 5 years, students can get an undergraduate degree and get certified K through 12 for physical education. But then they also get a master's degree in education with the endorsement for health. So then they're certified to teach health. And then our last concentration in that program is recreation. And students are then trained to be able to run recreation facilities or provide leadership in the outdoors. We also have a bachelor's degree in health science. And that program is very popular. It has our pre-nursing. So all of our pre-nursing students start there in the health science program. It also has pre-athletic training. So it prepares students to be moving towards their master's in athletic training. And that also has a 3+2 program. So in 5 years, they get the BS in health science and the master's in athletic training. And then it has health coaching and public health. So it's kind of an exciting degree, a lot of different options for students to go about. And then we have one additional 3+2 in that program where they get an undergrad degree in health science and then an MBA in healthcare administration. So that's kind of a fairly new program, but a really great combination. I had mentioned, yeah, I'd mentioned the master's in athletic training. So that's our 3rd program. And then our 4th program we're really excited about, and that's our bachelor's of applied science. that is the program that's delivered exclusively through extended studies. So it's an exclusive online program that is designed for allied healthcare professionals that have a 2-year degree or an AAS degree, an associate's degree, to bridge into a bachelor's degree. So that program, we're really excited about it. It's designed for any allied healthcare professional. So people such as dental hygienists or radiology techs or occupational therapy assistants or physical therapy assistants, anybody that has uh, an associate's degree in a health related. It could even be vet med, or it could be EMT. So it's varied. It could be a lab science associates. And then it's designed specifically to bring in even their technical hours and give them some escrow credit for any license or any certification that they have. And so many students come in and they may only have 30 or 40 or 50 hours to finish a bachelor's degree. They can do that completely online, so they can continue to work as a surgical tech or a radiology tech, respiratory tech. They can continue working in their field and then do their complete their bachelor's degree online. And that makes them eligible for leadership positions. It makes them eligible to move on to graduate positions. We've had several students come into that program and take the courses that are necessary for the master's in social work. They can move right into a master's program, or several of them have taken courses that they need to move into an MBA. So it's really a very exciting and wonderful program that's designed specifically for those allied healthcare professionals.
Oh my gosh, I gave up writing trying to keep track of all the options you have. That's incredible. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so much. And many of those have got to be really good programs, and I'm assuming there's a pretty good need for them. Health today is
Yeah,
everywhere.
absolutely.
Are your graduates seeing that kind of a demand and need, that they're in a job, they're improving, or they're getting a job? How do you see that industry?
Yeah, absolutely. So our health science degree is actually the largest degree on campus. So we have a lot of students that come into our general health science degree that are looking at physical therapy, or they're looking at occupational therapy or medical school, or they might be looking at working in healthcare administration or working in behavioral health. And so we have the program designed so students really get to they have a big section of courses that they get to choose from. So if they're interested in healthcare administration, they can take accounting and economics and business courses. If they're interested in being a physician assistant, um, uh, they can take a lot of the biology and chemistry courses that they need, the Gen Chem, the organic chemistry, or the microbiology. If they're interested in behavioral health, we have a number of uh, uh, psychology classes. If they're interested in social work, they can take some of the social work courses. So it's really a flexible degree that's designed to really meet students where they're at. Of course, we have our biology degree that many students go to for medical careers, and it's a wonderful place to be. If people are wanting to go that route, we always encourage people to find what's best for them. But many students come into this program looking for something, especially if they're interested in physical therapy, or they're interested in some of those areas that are more, human-based, or behavioral health, that kind of thing. So, we try to work with our sister programs to make sure that students fit where they need to be. Sometimes students will start in health science and they'll go to biology. Sometimes they start in biology, they'll come to us, or we'll send some people to psychology or that kind of thing. Our goal is to get students into a program that fits their needs, that they're excited about, that they can see, maybe advanced education education, or they can see their career, they can see workforce. So we really want to help them develop those skills and be able to apply those skills. So all of our programs have lots of application. So many of the courses have application um, activities in them. And then at the end of their program, all of our programs require either clinicals, or they require internships, or they require the student teaching. So we want our students to be out in the field. We want them to be able to learn, like in a real life situation. So when they get their degree, they have something to move forward with. They have some experience. We also encourage our students to get certifications or credentials that will really help them to be able to get jobs. So yes, like our PE folks, all if they want to work as a teacher, they're all getting jobs. Our folks in health science, we're seeing them move on to medical school, to PA school, to get their MBA, to maybe go on to counseling or masters of social work. But then we're seeing a lot of the students at a bachelor's level get viable, good jobs. The healthcare field is wide open right now. There's actually, I just saw that Bureau of Labor Statistics is saying that there's going to be like 400,000 new jobs in healthcare in the next 10 years. So it's really a wide open field. And in the area of public health, we're seeing more and more jobs available, really with disease prevention and managing and lowering healthcare costs. So yeah, and then even in the exercise science field, we're seeing with an older population, with people living longer and longer, we're seeing more and more need not only for fitness for younger folks, right, and heart rehab and many of those different areas that involve strength and conditioning, coaching, exercise. We have just tons of middle-aged to older folks that are still active, that are still really wanting to be engaged in recreational activities and strength and conditioning. So as well as our students getting jobs in, coaching and strength and conditioning at, say, a college or even a professional sports level, we're seeing a lot of them go in and working with some of the middle-aged and older age folks, keeping them healthy and engaged. So these are really viable fields right now. And of course, athletic training goes along this, the same route, where we're seeing more and more folks staying active. We're seeing many orthopedic surgeons hiring athletic trainers instead of hiring physician assistants. In fact, my daughter she had to have her labrum replaced in her hip, and we were at the orthopedic surgeon, and a guy came in and he was doing the initial check-in, and just by some of the tests he was doing, I said, "Oh my goodness, are you an athletic trainer?" And he said, "I am." And he said, "Yeah." He said, uh, many of these orthopedic surgeons are now working with athletic trainers because they know so much more about the orthopedic injuries than, say, just a general physician assistant. So our athletic trainers are not only getting jobs in high schools and colleges, but they're getting jobs with physical therapists, and they're getting jobs with orthopedic surgeons and in hospitals and clinics. So yeah, the fields are open.
Oh my gosh. Just let you go on with that. That's incredible.
Yeah.
The amount of crossover and opportunity it seems there. And I'm really glad you mentioned Bureau of Labor Statistics. I mean, that's an amazing piece, and it does forecast for people where the fields are going and what the job opportunities are going to look like in the future. I recall looking at that a number of years ago. And this kind of plays with all kinds of occupations, but it said back then, and said that the average, and they were referring to Americans, will train in one area, but will then go on and change positions, sometimes crossing industries up to 6 or 7 times in their lifetime. So
Right.
with what you're talking about, the education that we're providing there, or here, I mean, there's so many things that you'll learn that can go into another field or another specialty,
Yes.
and you won't lose anything, and people will be looking for you. That's
Right.
incredible.
Yeah,
Uh,
we really try to do a lot of that crossover. And the other thing we're really excited about are some of our certificates. And so like we have uh, uh, Spanish for healthcare providers. That's something that, of course, our current students are interested in, but we have many people in the healthcare industry that are interested in the Spanish for healthcare providers, and we're getting ready to submit some credentials. We're going to have a credential for health coaching, and we're going to that's probably going to be a certificate, and then we're going to have some credentials for qualified behavioral health assistants. And so we really want to give our students just as many skills and as much preparation as possible. And some of those things will be like the qualified behavioral health assistant will be something that students can do while they're in the program, and then they can get jobs while they're finishing their bachelor's degree.
yeah.
And the nice thing is most of the degrees in my school, the other thing we're working at is being able to provide our health science degree completely online. So been working with the Dean of Extended Studies to look at that, because we have a lot of folks that are working and or aren't living in Pueblo that really we love partnering with extended studies, because we're finding that we can serve students all across the state and really across the nation to be able
Mhm.
to get the education that they want and need to move forward in their careers without having necessarily to come to Pueblo. So we really we want to make sure we're offering all those different modalities to meet the students' needs. In today's world, people have to work, and we want to and we want to get our students into the field as soon as possible. So even if they're working as the CNA or a registered behavioral health tech or a qualified behavioral health assistant, or they're, maybe working as a personal trainer, or they're working, in some of those different areas, so they can start getting some experience and they can start getting some of that uh, more information about, like, maybe I would like to do some advanced education, and what would that look like? So we want to provide as many of those experiences as possible. And being at a smaller university, we're able to provide undergraduate research opportunities to work with tenured faculty members. We're able to provide, like I said, those field-based experiences. Students work directly with tenured faculty. When students are at a larger university, they tend to a lot of times work with grad students that are
Sure.
teaching classes. So, at CSU Pueblo, students get the opportunity to work with the tenured faculty, and also many of our adjuncts are, qualified professionals in their fields, and they just want to teach a class, so they come and
Right.
they teach a class. Several of our classes that are taught through extended studies, we have an individual that she lives in Denver and she works in the public health arena. And so she brings so much to the table, right? That students get exposed to these different professionals. And that's really a strength that we have, that we want to work individually with our undergrad students and give
Yeah.
them those
Yeah.
opportunities. you know
Wow.
we, we
Now,
we're really we're really focused on our students. We're a teaching institution, so students can be assured that they're going to get the attention that they need.
right. And that's awesome. Incredibly well stated, Carol. I mean, you represent very well as a model for just not just your college, but a lot of the things I see here at CSU. Thank you for stating that. Um, if somebody wanted to become a student, in one of your programs, and you've just lined out so many,
Yeah.
but if somebody says, yes, I want to do something there, what would be a step that they would need to do if they wanted to apply or find out more information, qualifications? Can you talk to that briefly?
Absolutely. So if students are interested in our programs, probably the first place they should go is csupueblo.edu online. And right on our homepage, there's a there's a button that says apply now. And they can go in there and apply and select the programs that they think they might be interested in. So that's a good first step. But of course, they can go online and look at the different programs on our website. And, students can feel free to contact the directors or the coordinators of those programs directly if they have questions or they want to come by campus and just see the space or talk a little bit about the curriculum or about possible jobs or possible opportunities. So again, that's the beauty of our campus is, and even if they're not in Pueblo, they can just contact that faculty member or that director or that coordinator or chair and hop on a Zoom. I know if they're interested in our a BAS program with extended studies, Shauna Reich is amazing and wonderful to meet with those students and let them know a little bit about what the opportunities are and how it can work with their schedule and how we can get them started, even if it's in the even sometimes students say, well, the semester already started. Well, we have some spring B classes coming up that start in March that students can even get started this semester. So there's just a lot of opportunities, but probably the best first step is for people to hop on our website and just take a look around, go to the School of Health Sciences and Human Movement, look at some of our programs, reach out to one of the coordinators if they have questions, and maybe get a meeting, maybe ask some questions, maybe put their application in and see where we can get started to get them going, see what resources are available for them for aid, for financial aid, for scholarships, those kinds of things. So, we're here to help. That's our job. And we're excited about partnering with students in their education.
You certainly conveyed that. I don't know if you heard it, but the timer went off. I mean, there's so many things to talk about here, but we do want to make sure that we stay true to keeping this short so that people understand what we're providing here. And Dr. Foust has provided a wealth, a gold mine of what's going on over in CSU Pueblo School of Health Sciences and Human Movement and the College of Health. Oh my gosh, there's so much going on there. Thank you. We're going to have to wrap this up, but Carol, I think you've already stated that, if somebody wanted to find more information, come to our website. If somebody wanted to reach one of the advisors, you mentioned her name, Shauna, for Extended Studies, does an amazing job of working with students. I encourage people to reach out to her as well. But thank you, Dr. Foust, for being here with us, for taking the time and explaining so well. So many opportunities for anybody looking for information about what you can do in the health field today. It's growing. As she said, there's opportunity everywhere. Online is opportunity. On this fabulous campus, there's opportunity. I hope you'll reach out to us and work with whomever you want to talk to. All of our programs here at CSU Pueblo are kind of like what she just talked about. They are people want to work with you. They want to help you be successful. And obviously that's coming through today with Dr. Foust and including online. We offer a comprehensive, convenient way to complete education, like she referred to. Online education is taken off and affordability, access, flexibility, all those things are there. But what's cool about the ones we have here are there is a fabulous faculty behind all that and some terrific advisors who help keep your academic success plan moving forward. Again, thank you to Dr. Carol Foust. Thank you for all the rest of you for joining us. If you want to learn more about us, as she referred to, the website, csupueblo.edu/online, or you can call us at 719-549-2100. Thanks again, everybody. Please stay warm out there. It's still winter, and stay safe.